Hey guys, I'm just wrapping up my next video. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this one. Just wanted to give you a little disclaimer though. In this flight here, I tried to plug in some external batteries to my cameras to help make the cameras last longer, so that way I didn't worry about them dying in flight. And I think what I've discovered is that the GoPros don't really like receiving external power when they're getting the audio from an external source as well. So it seemed to create noise. Not sure if it's the batteries, if it's the cable, or just the combination of the two. But anyhow, I did my best to fix it and clear it up, so you'll notice the audio is not quite as clear as it usually is. But bear with me here, and the problem has since been resolved. So enjoy the video.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for.
Welcome aboard. We are here at St. Augustine. We are going to be heading down to Fort Lauderdale Exec. Got a little weekend cruise vacation going on. So I want to introduce you to Kim, her Baron pilot debut.
Hi.
So today we're going to be flying from St. Augustine to Ormond, Victor 3, Melbourne, Victor 437, Pahokee, Fort Lauderdale Exec. Kind of the old path I used to do all the time into Fort Lauderdale Exec. So now I'll get my ATIS and
Quebec Foxtrot, what's your destination today?
see what we get. Good morning, St. Augustine ground, Baron 3175 Whiskey. I'd like to pick up my clearance to Fort Lauderdale Exec.
Baron 3175 Whiskey, cleared to Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport is filed on departure. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 2000, expect 8000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.75, squawk 7374.
Clear to Fort Lauderdale Exec as filed, runway heading 2000, 8000, 10 minutes, 120.75, 7374 for 3175 Whiskey.
Baron 75 Whiskey, read back correct.
Southie round, Baron 3175 Whiskey, Atlantic, grade taxi 231.
3175 Whiskey, St. Augustine ground, taxi via turn right on Delta 3. Cross runways 2 and 6, then left on Delta, right on Bravo to runway 31.
I'm currently at Delta 4, so I'm going to go to Delta 3.
You're on Delta 3, is that correct or not? I see someone at Delta 3.
Negative, I'm a Baron, I'm at Delta 4 right now.
Baron 75 Whiskey, taxi via Delta Bravo to runway 31.
Delta Bravo to 31, 75 Whiskey.
I'm Baron 75 Whiskey. In the future, if you'll just let me know that you're on the Atlantic ramp, that will help.
I'm sorry, I thought I did, my bad. I'm pretty sure I did, didn't I? I said, Southie round, Baron 3175 Whiskey, Atlantic, grade taxi 231.
Baron 75 Whiskey, that's just part will be in right closed pattern. On departure, turn left heading 270, maintain 2000, runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Left 270 up to 2000, clear for takeoff on 31 for 317 Whiskey. Alright, here we go. We are clear to the right. Nobody coming in. I got the traffic taken off on the left. We're making a right pattern. We'll be turning left 270, 3000. I catch him really quick, so I need him. Alright. There we go, just turn in. Alright, gauge is in the green. Fuel flow. Airspeed alive.
St. Augustine Tower, flare J771, holding short on runway 1, runway 31, ready for departure.
Flyer 771, St. Augustine Tower, runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Right?
Proceed northbound.
3 for takeoff, runway 31, proceeding northbound, flare J771.
Got our traffic in front of us, turning off, no factor. Once we hit 400 feet, we'll turn left to 270. Feet.
St. Augustine Tower, flight 780, holding short Bravo 6, runway 31, ready for departure.
Baron 3175 Whiskey, contact Jack departure Whiskey.
For departure, good day, Papa Whiskey.
7711, contact Jack approach 127.0, good day.
Jack departure, Baron 3175 Whiskey, 1.1 climbing 2000, 270 head.
3175 Whiskey, Jack departure, ident, climb maintain 4000.
Ident, climbing 4000, Papa Whiskey.
75 Whiskey, radar contact a mile northwest of the St. Augustine Airport. We'll get you going on course here in just a moment.
Roger that, Papa Whiskey.
November 3175 Whiskey, turn left direct Norman VOR.
Direct Norman VOR, Papa Whiskey. Alright. Enter, enter. Which is a...
3 Mike Victor, Jack, catch line, clear at 10,000. November 2.
I don't have my booster seat this time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, you know what? I don't even know
468, direct extra mile for that
if it's in the back. It actually might be...
At home.
November 43817, traffic 12 o'clock, 3 miles maneuvering altitude indicates 5,700.
It looks like the tops are about 4,500 out here.
Like good weather.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just, I'm going to report it to... Once he calls back to me and gives me higher, I'm going to report what the tops are, just so he knows. This is called a pilot report. It just helps other people.
Right.
November 75 Whiskey, climbing maintain 8,000.
Climbing 8,000, 75 Whiskey. And just for pilot, the tops are about 4,500.
How would you classify the top, sir?
That's broken.
So show me on your new system where I look at the ETA.
Okay. So right here on this screen, there's two places you can see it. Right here, destination.
Okay.
ETA. Now that's going to change because it's real time. So because we're climbing, which means we're going slow, we're only doing 142 knots right now on the climb.
It's gonna start increasing.
Right. Once we level off, it'll increase. So it doesn't factor in the climb. Now on this one, because typically this page will live here as well, and same thing, it's on the bottom on this one here. So I kind of keep them on the bottom. Same on the other one.
Right.
So I can leave this page set up to however you want, because I really don't need this one. So like if you like to see that information, tell me and I'll leave this here for you all the time. So yesterday when I was flying up,
Sierra, we're
I had the airplane trimmed, everything so well. I turned on the autopilot,
You say you're altitude with a
but I guess I didn't activate it. And I'm flying, and I was probably 10, 15 minutes before I realized I had the autopilot on.
Spectrum 7 right to Daytona.
Well, because when you trim the airplane properly,
it'll just kind of
maintain
go.
it. That's what the autopilot does. And then finally, I forget why I noticed it. I was like, oh wait.
November 56686, Daytona approach.
I don't know if I didn't activate it or if it got popped off or what happened.
Do you feel like that iPad being there is kind of in the way?
It's slightly in the way because it blocks actually my autopilot, one of the things I
Right, you can't even see it.
so I have to come forward to look for it, and it blocks my outside air temperature gauge. So it's the two things that it blocks that I don't like that it does that.
Thank you.
But I haven't figured out. The only reason I moved it here is because of the attitude indicator, which is what this is here.
Right.
I have it here, so I'm trying to incorporate that as a backup into my scan. And so it being here, it's too much turning away. Plus I can put my approach charts when I'm flying an approach, I can have everything here within my scan.
Does it have to be horizontal or can it be vertical?
It can be vertical.
But you're just not.
I just,
Good morning, Daytona. Commander 507 Julia Papa's with you. Level at 8,000. 507 Julia Papa, Daytona approach.
so honestly, I haven't really tried this yet. See, the problem is it kind of blocks my window. I can't open it right now. But I could try to experiment with it. Well, in flight, no. 200 to go. In flight, I don't need to adjust it. It's just on the ground when it's hot, as you felt.
No, and I get that, but you can also adjust it pending.
This is Daytona.
Yep.
2330 Foxtrot, about to the northeast of Flagler, 5,000 feet. Information Sierra, requesting
Does,
bar inbound Daytona, full stop.
Does the antenna for the air text work better with the sunshade actually holding it in?
Yeah, it's much better. When I had the suction cup on there, I mean, it worked,
2330,
But I find that,
tree 010, you said you had 0. And
I don't know, there's times I felt like it wasn't getting a strong signal. Now we get a much stronger signal with it there like that.
Remember 305, sure, roger.
Status away, my way down.
Status 3, roger, leaving 6.
Back up here. Oops, wrong button. So used to hitting that button. See right there, so that's traffic. So that diamond means it's an airplane. The minus 26 means he's 2,600 feet below me.
Right.
And so he's off on the shoreline is where it is. You actually can see because synthetic vision. He's along the shoreline, 2,600 feet
Tango clear direct NT.
below me.
With Tango.
I don't know if I can see it.
Well,
because I don't have my booster seat.
yeah, a little ways away. He's about 10 miles out, so you probably can't see him quite yet.
Yeah.
The hardest thing to do is spot traffic. Some people are really good at it. Christopher's got an eagle eye. He also got younger eye. Which helps.
Number 87 Delta, descend and maintain 4,500.
Yeah, I didn't realize that we could still see the coastline.
Oh yeah. So you can see here, if you look out the window, this is what I
Where
feel
we
like.
at? We're at 8?
We're at 8,000, correct. So
36 Zulu, contact Jacksonville, approach.
the nice thing about the coastline is so you can see how it's clear on the coast and then the weather starts building up.
Right.
So often when you're flying,
November 8 with Tango, descend and
when you're flying down down Florida, if you're on the coast, typically if there's weather buildup, you can cheat out over the ocean and stay out of most of it. Like even the big boys, that's what they'll do. They'll go 100 miles out, put on the coast, and then come back in.
I'm pretty much right over 95.
Yep. So Victor 3 basically follows the intercoastal. So,
The flight line Nora.
so we're flying Victor 3, Orman, Victor 437.
I see Victor 3 there.
Right, we're on Victor 3. And we'll go to Melbourne.
November 8 with Tango.
And we'll take Victor 437 to Pahokee, which is like Okeechobee.
210.
And then we'll come back in. And what that does is it keeps us out of the Palm Beach airspace. I wish they'd let me come out, fly over Palm Beach and come back in, but
Can you ask?
they won't let you. Not in the piston.
Why? Because you're flying over the water?
Yeah, only in the turbine will they let you do that.
November 7-4, Papa Kilo.
So yeah, you can see the beach all on the coast. So that's always the key with Victor 3, is as long as you're right along the coast, the intercoastal, which you can see in front of us as well,
Right.
then you know you're on Victor 3. I don't even need navigation. I can look out my window and know that I'm
Airlanes 12.
on Victor 3 because I'm just
210, then descend and maintain 5.
sorry, just west of the intercoastal.
So how long do you think the beach is from here?
So no spare weight.
That was,
12.
Actual distance?
yeah.
The string is 6 miles. Well, it depends which beach. The full beach, I would say it's 6 miles away. Yeah, to the full far side, the ocean.
Up to 320, clear direct 10.
Yeah, it's hard to tell distance from. It's hard to tell distance here.
Because in a normal situation, you don't see that far. You don't see 6 miles ahead.
And you have no reference.
Fairway 358.
That's how far something is.
5,000. Fair 358, I'll end the departure, ready to contact.
You know, I can look at that cloud way ahead. It's a little, in front of us is slightly right, that's a little dark. And I really have no way of knowing how far that is. Just by visually looking at it. I mean, I don't know.
With 830,
If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably 10 miles out.
635, so it's 830.
But I don't really know for sure. Being on the side makes it harder to figure out too. So we were in level cruise, 8,000 feet, at an indicated airspeed of about 165 knots. About 56 degrees outside,
431, turn
which translates into about 14 degrees Celsius. At a ground speed of 184, 185 knots, running about 26.7 gallons per hour.
Vanessa 3, Mike Victor, Orlando.
We are about 48 minutes away from Fort Lauderdale exactly. So you got typical Florida weather. Got
JetBlue 1494.
a little weather, a little bit of pop-up, starting to come up.
290 down, JetBlue 1494.
But nothing, can easily navigate around and
please. And contact Jacksonville Center.
stay clear air.
With your assigned speed.
Even in an IFR flight plan.
Yeah. 29 Gator, and we'll let Jacksonville know 12635, JetBlue 1494.
Lindbergh 6291.
So I'm going to go ahead and look ahead.
Okay, I'll keep it right here.
Fort Lauderdale exec. And then I scroll down the weather. Here's the METAR. And 14 minutes ago, Fort Lauderdale's reporting wind 090 at 11, visibility 10, temperature 88, dew point 75, altimeter 3005, and scattered 2,900 feet. So that means we will be landing runway 9er. And which is perfect from the direction we'll be coming from, because we'll be coming out of the west, flying into the east.
Lindbergh
So it'll become somewhat of a straight-in approach for us.
280 knots.
I'm approach bearing 3175, whiskey 3000, direct for goal.
3175 Whiskey, roger, advising you have 8 Tango at Fort Lauderdale Executive and fly heading 160.
He's right there.
Have Tango and 160 and heading for 75 whiskey.
Okay.
Got him? Good. Yep. Awesome. Good job. Yeah, this is a practice area, so definitely anything you can do to spot traffic is most appreciative.
Kilo Clear Visual approach runway 9.
Alright, we have the ATIS. Let's go ahead and load up the tower in a second.
20.9, clear visual 9.
Start ground. Ground is loaded.
Number 75 Whiskey, biting 170.
170, San Jose. Alright, so we got tower loaded, we got ground loaded. So we're set there. We'll switch to our second NAVCOM once we get handed off.
Number 75 Whiskey, biting 120 to join final. You said you had the airport in sight?
120 and have the airport in sight, San Jose.
75 Whiskey, clear visual approach runway 9er. Contact Fort Lauderdale Executive Tower 120.9er.
So the visual over tower, San Jose.
Fort Tango, contact approach 128.
November 618 Sierra Charlie, Executive Tower, roger. November 4 Kilo Charlie, make a left 360 to avoid overextending. Look for a bearing on a 7-mile final. Traffic departing.
4 Kilo Charlie,
That's
making left 360. Oh, 14, I think we'll pop holding short 9er at Julia.
Alright, let's start slowing down.
November 237 at the shoreline, make right traffic, use caution. There's numerous banner towers. Once you're established on the downwind, extend tower, call bay. 75 Whiskey, Executive Tower, traffic ahead and to your right on the downwind is a Cessna making a 360, looking for you. Additional traffic to helicopter at a below 500 eastbound. Traffic holding in position, continue inbound.
Roger, I'll be looking at San Jose.
November 8 Sierra Charlie, Roman 9er, line up and wait. Traffic to bearing on a 5-mile final, be ready.
Alright, you're going down.
November 6 on Charlie. Kilo Charlie, get a traffic in sight.
Is at the shoreline at 500 northbound, a banner tower.
No sight. Executive Helicopter 430 Whiskey Hotel.
Alright, got 3 green.
November
Porch
430 Whiskey Hotel, Executive Tower.
Downtown, 500 feet, inbound for landing. Request Bravo 1. We have information, Tango.
4 Kilo Charlie, turn base, continue inbound traffic, holding in position. November 1, Mike Echo.
Not be clear to land yet.
You can proceed eastbound now. There's traffic heading to your right on the downwind. A Cessna westbound at 1,000.
Roger, we're looking for that traffic for Mike Echo.
0 Sierra Charlie, contact Miami approach. Traffic ahead and to your right is a Cessna. He'll be transitioning eastbound, climbing to 1,000. Miami approach 119.7.
Okay, 97 with information on Sierra Charlie, thank you.
Look at 2, traffic 2 east to you is approaching the field from the south. He'll be coming up 21st for
500.
500 feet, 3 green.
Got him.
Clear land.
Sugar 2, we'll come in behind. Our 0 Whiskey Hotel have that traffic in sight.
November 237, traffic alert. Traffic ahead and to your right is a Cessna eastbound, climbing to 1,000. He'll be turning south at the shoreline.
Let's say 237.
75 Whiskey, clear land.
November 275 Whiskey, clear to land, runway 9er.
Clear land, runway 9, 75 Whiskey.
November 4 Kilo Charlie, traffic holding in position.
Alright, 3 green.
November 7 Alpha, traffic ahead and to your right is a Cessna on final 900. Report the Cessna in sight.
Nothing, you guys. First and Alpha. Traffic type for Mike Echo.
November 0 Whiskey Hotel, you're clear to land on taxiway Bravo between taxiway Echo and taxiway Kilo. Do not overfly any taxiing aircraft. Wind is 060 at 12, gust 16.
Okay, 0 Whiskey Hotel. Can I take Bravo 1? Is that possible?
That is in between taxiway Echo and taxiway Kilo. Yes, it's right in the middle there. That's why I give you that space.
Okay, good enough. Thank you. Wasn't used to hearing that.
No worries. November 75 Whiskey, where you park?
That's say number 75 Whiskey. In November.
75 Whiskey, turn right on November ground point 75. Have a good day.
Right, November ground point 75. Good day, 75 Whiskey. Thanks for your help.
Papa runway 900, line up and wait.
Now automatically brings up my neck. Good afternoon, Fort Lauderdale ground, Baron 3175 Whiskey Clear 9er at November Alpha for Sano.
Baron 3175 Whiskey is at the ground, taxi straight ahead, turn left on Echo, and then Charlie to Sano.
Echo Charlie, Sano, 75 Whiskey. Well, welcome to Fort Lauderdale Exec. Hope you all enjoyed that flight. As always, if you like my videos, hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button. The biggest thank you I can get is your subscription to my channel. If you don't already, follow me on the Beach Baron Pilot or Baron Pilot page on Instagram and Facebook.
President 4901 Lima is at the ground.
Also be sure to check out BaronPilot.net
Hold short of runway 9 at Juliet.
for vlogs and swag and other goodies. Also a special shout out and thank you to my patron supporters. It's your help that makes videos like these possible. So now we're pulling into good old Sano, my old home away from home. And then off to Norwegian Cruise Line for a nice weekend getaway. Bringing us in, marching us up. Well, thanks for coming along, guys. Stay safe as always.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.